I'm back. I hope you've been well. It's been a while since I've seen you. I've been very busy away in Sydney, so it's good to be home, but I had an awesome time when I was away. So today's talk is, instead of my usual thing, I'm just going to tell you basically what I did in Sydney. Good morning, and show you a few things that I bought. Hooray! Shopping's always fun. So yes, I've been a bit tired this week. I got home Monday just after lunchtime, and I've been taking it fairly easy this week, just trying to catch up. When I was away, my inbox, I basically didn't do any emailing, pretty much. So I've come back to like a monster inbox, which is really hard when you usually work on a zero inbox. Anyway, I'm getting there, slowly working my way through everything. That's all right. So yes, I've been taking it easy this week. But let me tell you everything that I did, what I got up to. Before I do, I just wanted to say, if you're after a copy of the book from me and you're in Australia, I haven't got all that many left. I have put in another order, but they're taking a long time to arrive at the moment. So if you do want to order one, I think I've got about 15 UK left and about 18 US left. So if you're waiting to order one for Christmas or something, probably ordering it now would be a good idea, because I'm not sure how long it's going to take for my next order to come in to me. Otherwise, you can just buy it from Amazon or whatever, and you'll be fine. There's no shortage there, because that's all that gets printed on as you order it. So it's just if you want to buy from me, get in quick. Yes. So yes, I've done a lot of talking about this in the last week or so because my trip to Sydney was basically about the book. So let me tell you everything that I did. Okay, so Friday, not last week, the week before, I flew up to Sydney. I drove to Geelong, caught a bus from Geelong to the airport, and got to the airport, checked in my bags and everything, and then about half an hour before the flight was due to leave, it got cancelled. So we got shunted to another flight. It wasn't too bad. I didn't have to wait for hours or anything. It was only probably about an hour or so. Got on the flight, my bags were transferred. Oh, that's the only thing I was really worried about. But when I got off the plane, my bags were there, so that was good. Yes, then we got to Sydney, and then we had to circle Sydney for an hour because there'd been a big storm and had pushed all the flights system out of whack. Anyway, I got there and everything was fine. I got to my hotel in the city, fine, with my bags, so it was cool. Saturday morning, I woke up to a text from my bank saying my debit card had been compromised on the internet. There'd been some suspicious transactions, so that was lovely to deal with when you're away from home, and that was the card you're intending to use all week when you're away. It was fine. I sorted out a solution, but it was just, yeah, great way to start the trip, but all good. Because I was on my own, it was, those sort of things are easy to deal with. If you're with your family and stuff, it can be a bit more stressful, but because it was just me, it was quite okay. So Saturday, the first day, I went to the Knitters Guild, New South Wales, and they hired a room in the city in Pitt Street. I walked there from my hotel. And I did 2 workshops there, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. And we did the Melbourne Square from the book, which is the basis of the Melbourne wrap that I meant to get out to have here to show, and I forgot. Yes, so that was lots of fun. So 10 people morning and afternoon. A lot of people travelled from Newcastle and other places to be there, so it was really cool. Lots of fun. That was really lovely. They looked after me well. Diane got me lunch and everything, made sure I ate. So that was fun. Yes, so that was Saturday, 2 days there, and they want me to come back next year, so they're going to email me about some possible dates. So hopefully I'll be up there and be able to do some different things, some more things. Then on the Sunday, I went to one of the most fabulous places, to the Happen store in Annandale in Sydney. Gosh, that's a lovely shop. It's not just yarn, there's lots of beautiful yarn there that I bought some of that I'll show you. But there's lots of art and jewellery and all kinds of things, some clothing, a beautiful space to sit and craft. They have social gatherings like Tuesday night, Wednesday mornings. Everyone just comes along and does whatever they're doing, as well as workshop spaces. It's lovely. And of course I went shopping. I bought these earrings, a bit hard to see. Yeah. So circles. I do love circles. So That was my first thing that I bought, I think. And they went everywhere with me. I was actually worried they would be a bit heavy, but I wore these like from 6 o'clock till 9 o'clock at night without any issue at all. So the only thing, I was walking one day in the city and it was quite windy and blown around, but no, they're fine. They're really lovely. So thank you, Kath and Tash, for having me there. That was really lovely. I could have spent days there. It's just so beautiful. Then Monday, I had a day off. I planned a couple of days off because I knew I was going to be busy. Oh, sorry, on Sunday when I went to the Happen Store, I also did a workshop. Glossed over that bit. So I had 10 people there doing the Melbourne Square again, talking about making the Melbourne wrap. And they bought lots of yarn from the shop there to make it. So that was heaps of fun. Yeah, Monday on my day off. And there were so many coincidences in my trip. Just, you know, serendipitous things that happened. So it turned out that Judy, who made my sample of the Melbourne wrap, and has been a tester for me for years, so we've never met, just happened to be in Sydney that week, the same week I was. So we arranged to meet up and do a bit of sightseeing together. So that was really nice to actually meet in person. Now Judy was there for a conference with other people, and she brought a couple of other people along for to do a little wandering around. And one of the ladies has actually just moved to Portland. I haven't met her before, but she lives 20 kilometres from my house. Amazing. So we wandered around Circular Quay. We stopped and had coffee and cannoli. Yay. It was a glorious, beautiful sunny day, like stunning blue skies, beautiful temperature, not too hot, just right. We wandered around Circular Quay, wandered around the Rocks, which is a very historic area, lots of really, really old buildings, and it's also the base of the Harbour Bridge. So we wandered around underneath the bridge for a while, then worked around Circular Quay again to the Opera House. Walked around there for a while, and that's where I left Judy and the girls. I wanted to do a tour because I don't usually do things like that, because usually when we're travelling to places like that, we've got the family and it's pretty expensive for 5 people to do a tour or something like that. But it's just me on my own, so I thought, why not? I'm going to enjoy this. So I did a tour of the Opera House, and that was before all the controversy that you might have heard this weekend, which is just ridiculous. But anyway, none of that was happening when I was there. It was all very calm and amazing building, and yeah, incredible story. So I was really pleased I did that. That was about it for Monday. Then I think I even had a snooze that afternoon. Went back to the hotel and had a snooze before I sorted out dinner. Yes. So Tuesday I went to the Blue Mountains up to Falconbridge. I was going to go to a wool shop in Penrith, but the dates didn't work out. But one of the ladies, Tracy, thank you Tracy, offered up her, at the bottom of her house, her little yoga studio as a workshop space. So I think we had, I can't remember, 8 people or so there. And we worked on, instead of anything from the book, we worked on the Mayan Square, this one. So we did quite a long workshop, and I think we got most of this up to about here, I think, done. So they worked really hard. It was really cool. I'll pop a link to this pattern later on. Yeah. So that was lovely. Lovely to be picked up from the station and driven back to the train station. Yes, I was on the Sydney trains. I was amazing. I did so many things I've never done before. Yes, that was lovely. And then I got the train back into the city, and then went back to the Happen Store again for Tuesday night. I had another workshop at the Happen Store, which was lovely. And there were some social crafters there as well. But we did our workshop at the back. And another coincidental thing, one of the ladies in that class happens to know my neighbour who lives, you have to go past my house to get to her house. So, yeah, I mean, they met in Singapore. So bizarre. Anyway, it was cool. It was cool. Lots of fun. What happened then? Wednesday morning I went back to the Happen Store again. This time it was just for, it was lovely to actually just sit and go and knit. I took my shawl that I'm knitting, and I went to their social morning. So, yes, I think I did another repeat or so of my knitting when I was there. So that was lovely. Oh, thanks, Tracy. Thank you for having me. Hopefully next year we'll see. Yes, so that was cool. And then that was nice to sit and work with other people. There were some people doing amazing things. There was embroidery happening. There was some mending happening, visible mending. There was some felting, amazing felting of a lady, her dogs. She was actually felting them, and they looked lifelike and amazing. knitting and all sorts of things going on. So it was really fun. Then in the afternoon, I made my way down past Sutherland to Loftus to the Crafty Hive, which is it's like a craft shop. So lots of fabric, lots of yarn, all your notions, all your trimmings, all your embroidery thread. It's actually quite a huge shop. I was really surprised. I walk, go at the front and you just walk in the door. There's one room here, but then there's another room out the side, and another room out the back, and another room out the back, and another room down the side, and another room out the back. It was just huge. And I honestly felt like a rock star when I was there. Again, I got picked up from the station, which was lovely. I had a big morning tea, or afternoon tea by that time, sorry, with yummy lemon curd on scones. Yum. And they put me a bunch of flowers, and they made this little... Angela's daughter made this little bee that was sticking out of the flowers for me. I couldn't bring the flowers home, obviously. So that was lovely. That was really, really nice. Thank you for being here. So sweet. I actually forgot to shop there. I ran out of time because I was, coming from one place to another, and then I had to leave to catch a train, and I didn't get to do any shopping there. So I'm really sorry, Angela. Next time, I'll make sure I shop. I shopped everywhere else. I just realised when I got home and I was putting everything out this morning that I didn't actually get to do it there. Then some of the ladies took me to the train station, which was lovely, and I made my way back to the city and had a good rest after a big couple of days. Thursday I had another day off. Well, day off. I did a little bit of admin, a bit of work that I needed to do. Then I went to Skiing Sisters because I was doing workshops on the weekend and I actually needed some yarn for that. So I went there to pick up some yarn and check the place out, and I did some shopping. I'll show you that in a minute. I took myself to the movies, which is really rare because we don't really have we did have a movie theatre, but it's now something else. And our movie theatre is actually the little theatre stage, the arts centre stage. So it's fine, but it's not like going to the movies, with all your popcorn and your big sound and all that kind of stuff. So that was nice. Friday, the weather turned, Thursday afternoon, Friday, the weather turned and it was just pouring with rain. And I had to walk to a train station, catch a train to Circular Quay, get on a ferry, go over to Manly, walk to meet somebody, and it was pouring with rain. Yes, and the ferry crossing was rather rough. It was rather choppy. But it's good. We got there. It was all good. And all my things got there without... I had my little suitcase, so I wrapped it all up in a plastic raincoat so the books inside didn't get wet. Anyway, so I met Gail from Indie Road. Indie Road is a magazine, Australian magazine. She's the person who's created this magazine. I think they're up to their 1-year anniversary edition next month. So I met Gail because we've sort of known each other for a while, and yeah, we had a good chat, had some brunch together, and then Gail took me up to my next appointment, which was at the Cast Off Collective in Wendy, which is a beautiful little shop at Belgala, not far from Manly. So cool. It's a tiny, tiny shop, but it's beautifully laid out and beautiful accessories and beautiful... It's just a lovely place to be. And there was 8 of us sat around a table and did a little workshop. So that was super cool. It was really lovely. And then Wendy took me back down to the train station. I mean, not train station, the ferry. Got the ferry back to town, train back, walked down to the hotel. Yes, so that was cool. But then Friday night, my day wasn't over. Another coincidental thing. Syndey, who's my proofreader, tech editor extraordinaire, happened to be in Sydney at the same time. She lives sort of near Canberra, so we've met once briefly before at another event, but we didn't really get a chance to talk. So I actually went for dinner with her and her hubby, which was really nice to sit and chat for a long time in person. That was really lovely. And then another coincidence. Oh yay, thanks Laura, I'm glad you loved it. I'm teaching on a cruise in January next year. Well, Joe and Paula, who are running the cruises, they actually had organised their first cruise left Saturday week, and they happened to be in Sydney they were leaving on the Saturday, and this Friday night they were all arriving. So I went and after I had dinner with Syndey and her hubby, walked up to the hotel there where they were and had dessert with them and waved them off. Hi Jo, there she is. I'll pop a link down below to the January cruise. So Jo and Paul have now done their first crafty cruise, which it was awesome from all accounts. So I can't wait to do ours now in January. So that was really cool to catch up with all the ladies and all their excitement before going on their cruise. Yay! So that was fun. There's just so many little coincidences like that in just that 1 week. It was amazing. And then that was a big day. The 4 things in one day is a big day. So then Saturday I had 2 workshops at Ski Sisters. I did the beginners, like complete novices, granny squares. And then we did flowers in the afternoon, flower squares from the book in the afternoon. That was really fun. And the best thing was one of the ladies in the complete novice class came in on the Sunday to buy more yarn because she had actually made, since the Saturday morning class, almost a complete blanket. She'd bought some really chunky yarn and she just made a granny square blanket, and it was like this big. She'd done it since the day before. She was off. That was awesome. I love seeing that. Saturday night I went to the movies again, treated myself to gold class. That was funny. Yes, so that was good. Then Sunday I was back to Ski Sisters again, and I did a reading patterns and charts and joining workshop. So that was heaps of fun. I think a lot of their brains were hurting by the end of the day. I pushed them hard, but they all did really, really well. So that was really fun. And then after the class was finished, everybody went away. I had all my I was going straight to the airport from there. And then Jackie from In Tambo Yarn was there. Now, I've known Jackie for a long time online, but never actually met. Jackie's the lady who's responsible for getting these yarns into Australia. This is Vinnie's yarn. They're all cottons. This is cotton. This is the Moya cotton. And the Nurturing Fibres cotton. Eco cotton. So Jackie, if you see these things in a shop, it's because of Jackie. So it was lovely to catch up with Jackie too. I tested all of these for my cotton yarn test. So you can see it's quite lovely and soft. All of them work out really, really well. It's crocheting. Where's the other one? Yeah. So lovely yarn. So it was nice to talk to Jackie, and she very kindly drove me to the airport too. So because she lives not far away, so that was really, really lovely to catch up. And then my plane was cancelled again. Yay! On a Sunday night. I pushed out to 2 hours later, but it was okay. It all left on time, the later one. I was a bit stressing because I had to get a bus from the airport to Geelong where my car was. And there was the buses, I only had one chance to catch the bus. If the plane was delayed or had to do any circling or anything, I would have missed it, and I probably would have spent the night at the airport, which would have been great fun. But it didn't happen. It was all good. My plane arrived on time, got off in plenty of time to catch the bus, so it was all good. Yeah, but I did heaps of cool things. I did Ubering for the first time. I live in a little country town, so these things are pretty exciting for me. I've never Ubered before, but it was so easy. It was fantastic. At this place, I need to go here. Oh, there are 8 cars in your area. One will be there in a minute. It's okay, Joe. It was all good. The flights were fine. It really was fine. Yes, I did Uber Eats as well. That's very exciting. I don't even do takeaway here, so getting takeaway delivered to where I was pretty amazing. Yeah, so that was cool. But I mean, the best thing was the time I spent with people, the connections made. Spending time with Kath and Tash at the Happen Store was fantastic. They're both super lovely people. Wendy from the Cast Off Collective is amazing. Gail was fantastic. Angela and her crew at Loftus were brilliant. Everyone at Ski Sisters were fabulous. Looked after me, made sure I had lunch and everything. It was just a really lovely trip. I really enjoyed myself, and I think everywhere I went wanted me to come back. So it's just a matter of timing when I can come back. It'll be next year sometime. And I've had requests to go to Newcastle, and also I can't remember the name of the other place that I've been asked to go, but yes, so it will happen again next year. but I just have to figure out times. It's going to have to time with school holidays down here because I'll have a year 11 student and I'm the only way she can get to school, so it's a bit tricky. Anyway, we'll work it out and it'll be fun. It was really, really good. So let me show you all my shopping. I did a bit. All right, where do I start? Oh, I forgot to say. On my way home, so, you know, I got my car to Geelong. I stayed the night in Geelong and then I drove home Monday morning. And on my way home, not too far out of my way, is the Great Ocean Road Woolen Mill. So I had to drop in and say hello. So I did. So let's start with that. They've got a new yarn. These yarns here. They're beautiful. So these are merino and alpaca, and they're fingering weight, so really, really fine, like a 4-ply. And these are all natural colours. So this one's a salt and pepper. So it's like a black alpaca and the merino, superfine merino. And this one is like a grey alpaca and superfine merino. So they're beautiful. They're so lovely. And I also bought some just straight merino 4-ply or fingering weight. I have a vague kind of idea of what I'm going to do with them, which is good. It's good to have a plan. I've got so many plans, yarns with plans, but anyway, I'm sure I will get to it one day. It's just beautiful. And Isabel showed me a cardigan she's knitting, Truly Myrtle's Timely Cardi, knitting in this, and it just feels, oh, it's so lovely. It's really, really beautiful. So yay, yummy yarn. What else? The Happen Store. When I was there, I bought, because I need more of these, I bought a new crochet hook. This one is it's driftwood. So I've made it in here from birch wood. So yeah, give that a go. And I bought some new scissors because I don't have any scissors. They're both from the Happen Store. As well as this delicious yarn. My colours, of course. But this is Rosabella, which is, this one's the peacock colourway, and this one is the natural. And it is 72% kid mohair, 24% fine merino, and 4% cotton. So it feels lovely. The colours are gorgeous. I've never worked with kid mohair before. I've actually met these guys, the guys from Rosabella, which is a grown and processed in, where are they? They're in Queensland somewhere, I think. Doesn't actually say. Yes. So no mulesing, ethically grown, all that kind of stuff. So I really don't know what I'm going to do with that. I just bought because it was beautiful and I knew the people and it's my colours and it feels lovely. Sometimes you just have impulse buys. I try not to do that too often. What else did I buy? Ah, yes. When I was at Skein Sisters, I have had my eye on another knitting pattern that I want to do. I have to finish that one first, my shawl. I can't start another one because otherwise that'll never get done. So as soon as I've finished that, I'm going to wind this beautiful yarn. I bought just a little bit. It is Quince & Co. Kestrel. So it's 100% organic linen. So I've never really used, I mean, I've mucked around with linen before. But can you see, it's kind of like chain. It's not, there we go. It's not like stranded yarn. It's kind of like chained yarn. And what I'm making is like a top. It's got the lace feature in the front and on the back it's quite plain, but it's really just 2 rectangles. So I'm sure it's in my skills. They do have to be sewn together. I've never seamed knitting before, so I don't know how that's going to go, but we'll give it a go. Anyway, and of course I had to buy the needles, knitting needles to go with it, of course, because I don't have a lot of those. So yay, that is going to be super fun. But I need to finish that other project first. What else did I buy? Yes, when I was at the lovely Cast Off Collective, this is a little drawing of the shop, and it is just as cute as that in real life. It really, really is. It's amazing. Yes, so there Wendy had a lot of cottons that I hadn't seen before. Now, I spoke about my cotton yarn test I did before, a couple of years ago now, where I tested a lot of cottons. Well, I found 4 that I'd never tried before, so I thought I'd buy them and maybe update my cotton yarn test at some point. So this one is Blue Sky Alpaca's Skinny Cotton. So it's 100% it's organically grown cotton. Where is it from? Made in Peru. So, of course I got all blues. It's a bit hard to see the dark colour, but it feels lovely. Feels lovely and soft. This one here is Erica Knight Gossypium the cotton, which is 100% cotton, which looks lovely. It looks pretty similar to Bendigo actually, if I look at it really closely. So that's cool. And some Fibre Natura Cottonwood, which I've never tried before. I've seen it online, but I've never actually bought it before. That's cottonwood. Yeah. Cool. So I can't wait to try that. And then this one, I tried to stick to 100% cottons, but this one I picked up and went, I've got to get that. It's Cotton and Cashmere. Concept by Cartier Yarns. And it feels so delicious with that cashmere. What is it? It's 90% cotton and 10% cashmere. So it's mainly cotton. It feels beautiful. Matches my nails. And I love the colour. The colour's sort of kind of not mottled, but there's some variation in it. It's still a solid colour, but it is cool. And then, because as you know, I need more, I want another pair of scissors. They're super cute. I must have a thing for black scissors at the moment. I don't have any black ones, I don't think. Well, I have 2 pairs now. I've got red and gold and silver, so now I have some black ones. Yay. And they've got this handy little sheath thing, so I don't know about you, but I tend to put scissors in my project bags and then find them poking out the sides. So this one, maybe this is be a good travelling one. We'll see. Not on planes, obviously. And I think that's about it that I bought. So not too bad. Not great, but not too bad. At least I know what I'm doing with most of them. This is just for testing, trying out. I know what I'm doing with the Quince & Co. I know what I'm doing with the Gradation Wool and Mill. It's just this one that I don't have a plan for yet, but I'm sure I'll come up with one. Yes, so that's that. That's my trip to Sydney. It was pretty awesome. Yeah, I really did feel like a rock star. A lot of places, people wanted to get selfies and let me sign the books, and it was really lovely. Very nice to be treated so well. All right, so that's enough about that. So from now till the end of the year, I have 3 more workshop events. One is in close to home. I can actually stay at my house, sleep in my house at Cape Bridgewater, which there's a yarn retreat happening at Cape Bridgewater in, oh, thanks Laura, first weekend in November. There's 3 days. I'm going to be teaching a class every day. It's called the Darling Retreat, but I think it's probably a bit late. I don't think there's any spaces left. There might be. I don't know. If you're interested in near Cape Bridgewater, let me know and I'll let you know if there's more places. Otherwise, Make a Maker in Melbourne. I'm going there on the 24th of November doing 2 workshops. I'm going to do how to read patterns and charts class, as well as 2 or 3 squares from my book in the other class. So yay. I think Emily's going to put something up on her website this week, but I'll pop a link to her website so you can find that when you have a bit of time. And then the 1st of December, I'm heading to Julie at Little Woolly over at Hastings to do a Melbourne workshop and a bit of chat about the book and stuff like that. And that's it for this year, I think. It's hard to remember everything. Yeah, other things are happening next year, but I think that's it for this year, which is enough. What else? The Giantess Quiet Cow is still going. I'm actually going to be sending out another email on Monday where it's time to join all of our G2s to our G1s and add the border. So it's actually the last part of that crochet along next week. But as for the next crochet along, I have been working on that. I did take some yarn to Sydney. Sorry, just get my basket. I didn't do a whole lot when I was in Sydney because I was pretty tired. But since I've been home, that's what I've been doing because I haven't really been capable of doing much else. So, get that down there. I have done lots and lots of just the plain square. I need 32 of these, I think. So that's them complete. I haven't blocked them, but then I've also done this many without the surface crochet that I'm slowly working my way through. I think I've got about 6 more to make, and then I can move on to the next square, which is this one. I need 24 of those, I think. And then I can move on to this one. I need 12, 16. I can't remember. Anyway, so it's going to be quite, when this cal actually happens, it's going to be quite a long one, because you're going to need to make 72 squares this size and one this size. This is going to be the centerpiece. So I'm just still running through in my head how to do it, but I think I'm going to run it. It might go for 3 or 4 months. So plenty. So I want everyone to have plenty of time to get it done and not feel pressured to make, you know, 20 squares a week or something silly. So yes, it will be a long and slow cal when that actually finally happens. I've had the charts made for all the little ones, just getting them tweaked a little bit, and I'll get them tested. My pattern testers have testing the written one for this at the moment. Almost there, and then I'll get the chart made for that. So I've still got to make lots of squares. That's not 72, not anywhere near 72. And I have to do videos of them all and write up all the patterns and all that kind of stuff. So, but that's my main focus at the moment. I am getting to work on that. I'm really struggling not to start joining, but I need to stop myself. I need to have all the squares made first, so then I can figure out, I can do my yardage calculations of how much yarn it takes to join, because it's going to be quite a lot. Anyway, I will restrain myself and keep going on that. So that's been my main, what I've been doing. I haven't really done much else. I've been trying to catch up on emails mainly, so hopefully I will finish all that today, and then next week we'll be back to a normal kind of week where I can do my normal schedules. And I didn't send any emails this week like I meant to, my weekly newsletter. Oh, I meant to say too, if you were with my workshops and you popped down that you wanted to join my, I'll answer that in a sec, Laura. If you wanted to join my email list, I haven't added you yet. That is a job for Monday. I can't do that today. Anyway, so Laura has asked, do I block them all before I join the squares? I tend to. I'm a little bit unusually for me. I haven't blocked any of these. Usually as soon as I finish a square, I go and block it. But I think I'm going to have a bit of a blocking session today. I'll block all of these complete ones. And then I join them. You don't have to. You can just block the final blanket, because joining will straighten them out a little bit. But I like to block them first, then join them. Then you have less blocking to do at the end. So quite often at the end you only have to block the border, which you can do like in sections, each corner. So that's what I tend to do. But you don't have to. I mean, it does make a difference. It does make your work look better. And it really doesn't take all that long. So I'm going to go, I'll probably be able to pin out 9 of these on my big blocking board at once. Block them. Won't take long. Yes, so that's it. That's me. Yes. Next week, hopefully back to normal. And yes, I will be able to answer any questions and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I think I have spoken enough. I think it's time for me to go. And thank you very much for watching. If you're watching now on Facebook, hello, thank you. Great. Or if you're watching later on YouTube, thank you, hello. You can always email me, Shelley@spinncushions.com. Comment anywhere if you have any questions whatsoever, and I'll try and answer them next week. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've had a wonderful week and have a great weekend, and I'll see you next Friday. Thanks.